Have you ever felt like you're starting over, like you're in a new place and you're just gonna have to start all over again? Yes, I have felt the same way when many years ago when we moved from one location to another, changing jobs, things like that. It can be hard. And even my church family is a 30 minutes drive from where I'm located now. And even after all these years, I still feel like I don't know any people in my town. I'm going to tell you a story about Ellie and Susan, two hearts searching for love and belonging in a new town. Stay with me as I create this garland out of the burlap and some felt. And by the end, you'll see how small acts of love can weave together a beautiful tapestry of community and healing. And if you haven't met me yet, hi, I'm Leslie, and I am combining art and storytelling in the process of becoming an artist. I'm actually a school counselor and therapist, so a lot of the elements will kind of have that kind of take on it, on improving your life to some degree. So stick around. I hope you enjoy these, and if you do, give me a like and subscribe. Or the best thing that you can do to support this channel is to either comment or share with someone to help me continue to grow this small, tiny channel and maybe help inspire others along the way. In the quaint town of Willow Ridge, nestled between rolling hills and winding river, Valentine's Day wasn't just about romance. For generations, the holiday had been a celebration of all kinds of love of family, friends, neighbors, and even oneself. The heart garlands that adorned the town square were more than decoration. They were a living tapestry of stories, each heart representing a memory, a wish, or thank you. This year, the heart garland tradition took on deeper meaning for Ellie and her mother, Susan. Having recently removed to Willow Ridge after losing Ellie's father in a car accident, the two were starting over. Susan had taken a job at the local bakery, waking before dawn to knead dough and greeting sleepy customers. Ellie, just 10 years old, struggled to find her place in her new school, where tight-knit friendships seemed impenetrable. The house they'd rented was small but cozy, with creaky wooden floors and a little garden that Ellie's dad would have loved. Still, it felt empty without him. Nights were the hardest for both mother and daughter. Susan often sat at the kitchen table with a mug of tea, staring at her phone, wondering how to fill the silence. Ellie stayed in her room, drawing pictures of the places and people she missed. One Saturday morning in late January, Ellie tagged along with Susan to the bakery. While her mom arranged loaves of fresh bread in the display case, Ellie explored the bulletin board near the door. Among advertisements for piano lessons and babysitting services, a bright pink flyer caught her eye. Join us for the Heart Garland Project. Bring your creativity and share your love. Saturdays, 10 a.m. at the community center. Susan noticed her daughter staring at the flyer. "You should go," she said gently. "It might be fun, and you could meet some kids your age." Ellie shrugged. "Maybe." When Saturday came, Susan nudged Ellie out the door, promising to pick her up in 2 hours. Ellie trudged to the community center, her stomach twisting with nerves. The large room was buzzing with activity, tables piled high with craft supplies, scissors snipping, and laughter echoing against the walls. Ellie hesitated at the doorway, unsure where to start. "Hey there," a cheerful voice broke through the uncertainty. It was Mrs. Peterson, a warm and energetic woman in her 70s, known as the heart and soul of Willow Ridge. "You must be new. Come on in, grab some supplies." Mrs. Peterson guided Ellie to a table where a group of kids was cutting and decorating paper hearts. "Every heart tells a story," Mrs. Peterson explained. "Some people write notes, others draw pictures. What will your story be?" Ellie fumbled with a pair of scissors, unsure how to answer. She hadn't thought of her story before, not really. The loss of her dad felt too big to put into words, and her feelings about moving to Willow Ridge just were a jumbled mess. "Start simple," Mrs. Peterson encouraged. "Think of something or someone you love." Ellie picked up a sheet of blue paper. She thought about her dad and the Saturdays they'd spent flying kites at their old park. Slowly, she began cutting out a heart and then drawing a small kite in the center. On the back, she wrote, "For Dad, who taught me to see the sky." When she handed her heart to Mrs. Peterson, the old woman smiled. "That's beautiful, Ellie. Your dad must have been a special man." Susan, inspired by her daughter's involvement, began baking cookies for the volunteers. She dropped them off each week, staying a little longer each time to chat with the other parents. The once lonely kitchen table had become a feel of less empty as Ellie and Susan shared stories about the people they'd met and the hearts they'd made. Finally, Valentine's Day arrived.
The town square was transformed into a sea of red, pink, and white. As the heart garlands were strung between lampposts and across front stores, people gathered to admire the display, pointing out their own contributions and marveling at the creativity on display. Ellie stood with her mom, searching for the hearts among hundreds that swayed gently in the breeze. When she found the blue heart for her dad, she felt a lump rise in her throat. Seeing it there, surrounded by so many others, reminded her that her grief was just one thread in the larger fabric of love and connection that bound the community together. As we finish our heart garland, I hope you've been inspired by Ellie and Susan's story to reflect on your own connections, whether it's reaching out to someone new, cherishing memories of loved ones, or simply showing yourself kindness. Every heart we create is a reminder of the love we give and receive. I challenge you to make your own heart garland, each heart a piece of your unique story. Let this be a reminder that love, in all its forms, binds us together and helps us grow. I'd love to hear your own story. When has been a time that you have connected with someone in the community and they have made you feel at home and at peace? This is your reminder to get out there and master your next moment.